So in today's mindset video, I want to talk about excuses. Excuses when it comes to health and fitness and not sticking to what you originally planned that you were committing to sticking to. And how that relates to the questions you ask yourself. And I noticed a bit of a pattern over the years in training clients that when we come up with a plan, they committed to, yep, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then they didn't do it. And I would ask them the question, oh, how come weren't you able to get those workouts in, for instance? And what I noticed was immediately when I asked the question of why they didn't do it, their brain will immediately try and come up with answers to that and, reasons, or we can call them excuses. And, as valid as they may or may not be, the questioning was the problem. I noticed when I would ask questions that were more geared towards being solution orientated. So, okay, notice you didn't get these workouts in. What do you think went wrong? How can we come up with a plan to work around it so it'll next week we can make sure that we stick with those commitments? And that line of questioning put their brain into a solution orientated mode rather than being defensive and thinking, well, I couldn't do it because of this and this and this. They would immediately think, okay, how can I make it work? The human brain always wants to solve a puzzle. So my reason for bringing this up is that, I'm talking about me speaking to someone else externally, but more importantly than that is the internal dialogue that you have in your own mind. So rather than focusing on, and questioning yourself, asking yourself the question of why you can't do something or why you didn't and what the legitimate reasons are why you couldn't, a better, more positive and success orientated approach would be to start to ask yourself the right questions, more being along the lines of, okay, how can I change my routine, my commitments, shuffle things around so that I can fit that in, even if it means making the workout shorter or cutting down on how much you do so it's more realistic. But asking the right questions to yourself will make a massive impact on your overall success long term.